Yes, my people. Finally, the U.S. court, the U.S. senior judge don't finally give her judgment on top the case between Atiku and Tinubu. Listen to judgment. Where is the Nigerian judiciary today? May God have mercy on you people. Come and see justice in America. Listen to what the woman said. She did not only give the school tomorrow afternoon to release all the documents, all the records. She also said that any further appeal against her judgment, will not be tolerated. Listen to what the woman said. Just hear in details. Watch the video, share, and make the Nigerian judiciary see. I want them that this case in US is going to expose them. They didn't hear. This is exactly what justice looks like. Unlike what they were masquerading themselves that they're saying, let me not talk.
Senior US judge denies Bola Tinubu's emergency appeal. Orders Chicago State University to turn over records to Atiku and testify under oath on Monday afternoon. President Bola Tinubu has lost his emergency application to block Chicago State University from releasing his academic records to Atiku Abubakar. Judge Nancy Maldonado of the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois in Chicago said the decision of a lower federal magistrate judge on September 19 was appropriate and adopted it in full. The court overrules President Tinubu's objections to Magistrate Judge Gilbert's recommended ruling and therefore adopts the ruling in full. Mr. Abubakar's application is therefore granted, the judge ruled, in light of the pending Supreme Court of Nigerian deadline represented to the court as October 5, 2023, and based on Chicago State University's representations that it is ready to comply with the discovery request and produce a witness, the court sets an expedited schedule for completion of discovery. Gang, gang, gang. Ms. Maldonado, a district judge, also said the Chicago State University should turn over the records to Mr. Abubakar by 12 p.m. Monday and also make it official available for the position to authenticate the document by 5 p.m. on the same day. Gang, gang, gang. The judge said any attempt by Mr. Tinubu to appeal the judgment in the district would no longer be tolerated, as Mr. Abubakar must transfer the collected evidence to the Nigerian Supreme Court for use in an ongoing election petition case by October 5. Chicago State University is directed to produce all relevant and non-privileged documents in response to requests for production number 1 through 4 as narrowed by Judge Gilbert and adopted here in Mr. Abubakar's subpoena by 12 p.m. That's noon on Monday, October 2nd, 2023, she added. The Rule 30B, the position of Chicago State University's corporate designee, must be completed by 5 p.m. On Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023, given the October 5, 2023 filing deadline before the Supreme Court of Nigeria. The court will not extend or modify these deadlines. The judge, however, said Mr. Tinubu is free to file his appeal directly before the 7th Circuit, which is the main appellate court overseeing Illinois and nearby states, an attempt that would likely prove daunting given the tight window for compliance by Chicago State University. The ruling marks a major blow to Mr. Tinubu and a huge victory for Mr. Abubakar, who has been seeking the records to establish that Mr. Tinubu presented a forged certificate to the Independent National Electoral Commission when he submitted his application to run for president in June 2022. Section 137, subsection 1J of the Nigerian Constitution, amended in 2010, specifically stated that no one would be legitimately elected president of Nigeria if the person has presented a forged certificate to the Independent National Electoral Commission. Prior to the ruling, late Saturday night, Judge Maldonado had acknowledged the significant public interest the dimension of the case, saying it would cause her to expedite justice for all parties. The president did not deny the charges that the certificate was forged, especially as it was purportedly signed by administrators who were not even at the school when he graduated in 1979, but only insisted alongside the school that he attended and graduated. He also said releasing the document with deposition would cause him severe harm because they were private to him and would not be admissible in the ongoing petition against him in Nigeria. An argument that further fueled nationwide concern about what the president might have been hiding about himself from Nigerians. The Chicago State University said it would state under oath that Mr. Tinubu attended, but it won't be able to testify or to certify the authenticity of the certificate he paraded in Nigeria under oath. Mr. Abubakar's lawyer would now be able to test the school's claims alongside Mr. Tinubu's during tomorrow records release and cross-examination. Gang. Details shortly.
This is justice. In case you've missed justice in a long time, this is it. This is what it represents. This is what it looks like. It is seen and felt to have been done. See, when I was warning, when I started reporting this case, because the Nigerian media refused to report it, people threatened me with arrest, that it was fake news. Some people were even telling me, why you, what is it, why don't you have any other story to tell? Must it be always this case that you're posting? But because they are already used to the rotten system, because they are used to a rotten system, because they are used to a system that is so corrupt, that cannot produce anything that is just. That is why they didn't care about it. But we who knew that what was done at the tribunal was total miscarriage of justice. Those justices that sat down, hid their face from the general public. Kenya delivered judgment on their election litigation in less than 1 month. The judge's camera was right in front of them. Why should they be afraid? When you are delivering justice, you shouldn't be afraid, because clear conscience fears no accusation. Why should you be afraid? If you are doing the right thing, you shouldn't even be afraid of that. Because after all, we are all going to leave this world at the end of the day. But it's because you have one or two things to hide. You're either pursuing favoritism, you're either pursuing interest, you're either being bribed, you've been paid off, you've been bought. That is why you do anything to sell the interest of this country. And that is why Nigeria is still lagging behind, because everybody is busy working for his own pocket. Nobody is working for the good of this country. How many of the justices of this country have the flag of Nigeria in their house? How many of the Nigerian army today, Nigerian soldiers today have the flag of Nigeria in their house? How many of the Nigerian army general even have the flag of Nigeria in their house? Nobody is proud of the country. Everybody is just proud of himself and the money in his account, and how they can push as many as possible out of the country and secure it there. Even your billionaires does not trust your country. They can't keep their money here. Oh, come on. Let nobody deceive you. All of them, their money is in dollars, because they don't trust their currency. They're not proud of their currency. They're not proud of the country. So they will do anything with it. They will toy with it. They will joke with it. That is a system that is solid in the US. A system that is built, and the image of the country rests on the system. And one of the reasons why you fear America and respect them till tomorrow is because they built everything around the system. They may be corrupt in many ways, but when it comes to the American system, even their corruption is based on system. You can't break it. And that is why election happened in America. The woman got more votes, but because the spread was more for Trump, they declared Trump winner. You respect the Constitution. But in Nigeria, our own constitution said, and FCT. But because it is a country that does not even care about its own constitution, they twisted it and said every vote is the same. No, they would have done the same in America. If you like, let me tell you, if this case that was judged in Nigeria was taken to America, I tell you for good, by now, Tinubu shouldn't be. Let me not even talk. Even Atiku. Let me not talk. But we know the truth. We know the truth. Until we all start to stand up to build this country, we may end up not having a country for our children to be proud of tomorrow.